Welcome back to the Will Go channel. I'm your host and self-appointed Go evangelist, James Story. Today's lesson is J4.4.1D. This is a Joseki. We're going to look once again at the 3-3 invasion of the 4-point or the star point, and we're going to look at some of AlphaGo's kind of improvements. So let's get started here. But before we do, if you like what you see in the video, please don't forget to give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, consider that. You can reach us here. We have numerous playlists. If you're new to the Will Go channel, we suggest you look at the lessons in logical sequence, because some lessons are based upon previous lessons, and so that way you'll have all the information you need to know for each lesson. Getting a lot of the ideas here today out of this book here by Yuan Zhuao. It's playing AlphaGo's early 3-3 invasion. AlphaGo invades earlier than the pros did in the past. The 3-3 point, this one here. Previously, they waited till black had, a double wing formation, and then they invaded. But AlphaGo invades a lot earlier. I like this book. I like all of Yuan Zhuao's books that I have. I have a few of them. They're easy to read, and I always learn something. And you don't even need to get the book out, to get a board out to play through the variations. So anyway, let's get started here. So previously we looked at the 3-3 invasion. If black has a stone over here, they would probably block here, because this is where their biggest benefit area would be, so we'll just kind of pretend that they do. We looked at the standard or basic sequence out to here. Black comes out one more. White then comes out here. Black blocks. White protects the cutting point, and black plays here rather than here, so that at the end of the game, here, 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 and if black had a stone there, they'd have to protect this cutting point, but with a stone there, they don't. Plus, they have a little bit more push over on this side. However, this was considered way too good for black at the beginning of the game, so white didn't do that at the beginning of the game. They waited for black, as I said, to have like a double wing formation, something on both sides of the board of the 4-4 point before they did this invasion. As white, Alpha goes and plays this. It plays this. The follow-up is threaten to cut. Oops, black has another stone there. Threaten to cut. Black connects, and white comes back and connects these two stones with a 2-point jump, and these stones are loosely connected with a knight's 1-point knight's jump. However, as black, Alpha goes and play this. They come back here. We also looked at the double hane, which is here, here, and then white can choose to get out this side or this side, something like this. Atari, black counter Ataris. They make white pick up, and then they come back here to secure the corner. But the bad part of that is that white's out. They have a Panuki shape, which is pretty strong, and they have 4 co-threats here in the corners we went through before. We won't look at that. You can go back and look at that video if you want. But what we're going to look at now is instead a move that predated AlphaGo, but that AlphaGo likes a lot, is this move right here. Now, before we get to that, it's just not quite as pressing as this move. For example, if white doesn't respond here, black can come around and simply kill this corner. White cannot get out here, here. They have a cutting point they need to protect. They also need to make 2 eyes, so they're probably going to try for this tripod shape here. Problem is it's black's turn, and they're going to come right in there and take the vital point of the bulky 5. If white plays here, now they're threatening to play here and make 2 eyes, but black just continues, and now they're on the 2 vital points of the zigzag 4. So while here, 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 while this pushes white more, AlphaGo kind of likes this move here a little bit better. White does have a chance to create a crosscut here, and that's a pretty tactical fight. If you are receiving handicap stones, you might not want to start this fight. So you might want to instead play something simply like this, which can lead into the same variation, but it also allows white just to slip out casually like that. Black can then come back and take the star point, the middle star point. But black likes this here. AlphaGo likes this here. Like I said, it predated AlphaGo. And the standard sequence, one standard sequence is here, here, here. Oops, excuse me. Who wouldn't black like to play again? Twice in a row. There, there, there. And now black goes one more stone up here. If they come back here, white can simply play here, and notice now when black plays here, they don't have white caught in a ladder because white comes out with an Atari. And so now white can turn and attack this group, and these stones are kind of forlorn there. So that's why black goes one more move out here. And white still comes back to there, but notice now their threat of peeping at the cut, the threat of cutting, and then coming back and connecting the stones up with this move doesn't work so well. These two stones are pretty well connected still with a 2-point jump on the 4th line, but the relationship of these two stones is the elephant's eye, and black's going to jump right in there and just cut that white stone off. I'd probably do something like this, here, 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 because this cut doesn't really, have much force. Black has a number of things they can do. This. These are just really vulgar forcing moves that black can do. And now they've got this stone. These stones caught in a ladder. Oops. So you can see that's not a great sequence for white after they play this move, trying to come up here and connect these two stones. This elephant's eye is just too big of a too bad of a relationship for white to maintain. So that is kind of the standard sequence. Once again, if you don't like this move, you can play this move, and if white comes to here, you're back into the standard sequence here. And out to there, and then white goes to there. Let's see. So another thing, one thing that white can do is when black plays there, they can actually tanuki. However, when black plays here, now white's only option of living in the corner is to play a co-fight here, like this. Problem is that usually early in the game, white doesn't have any co-threats. So this doesn't usually work as a good strategy for white at the beginning of the game, to try to just tanuki in this position here. If black doesn't like this, if they're afraid white will cut and they'll go into a variation they don't know very well, like I said, they can play back here and go into the standard sequence here. Another thing that black can do in this position is play this move. And we'll look at that a little bit more in the next lesson. It's usually like this, and then here, white comes back then and protects. Notice black's poked into the tiger's mouth. They have two cutting points. If they don't do something, black will play this and grab this stone in a ladder. Or if white plays that, black will come back, Atari this stone, and when white picks up, black will Atari these three stones and capture them. So white has to do something to protect that. Black can then get in some moves that really push white small into the corner there. They really steal the corner back from white. And you can see these 6 stones hardly, first of all, they're out of the battle, right? These stones aren't. These stones are still in the battle. They're still in the war. But these are kind of out of the war, and they really only captured maybe 1 or 2 or 3 points. So this works out okay to good for black and not so great for white. Anyway, that's a lesson for today on the World Go channel. We'll see you next time. If you liked what you saw, please give me the thumbs up. Have a great one. Bye-bye.